Hi, I'm Dr. Ed, the Healing Vet. This is Jem. He's come to help me out with this live video today. And today I want to talk about healthy priorities in your life. Now, I get a lot of clients who say they're going to try. I'm going to try and do this. I'm going to try and do that. I'm going to try and do self-care. I'm going to try and do more things with my animals that are good for them. And I know whenever people say they're going to try to do something, a lot of the times they're setting themselves up unconsciously to fail because trying is dying. Now, what I've discovered in my life is that if you make something a priority, then it'll happen. You'll find a way to make it happen. Now, I make this little dog's happiness a priority, and I spend quite a bit of time in my life doing things that make sure that she's happy and well. I got her a new toy yesterday, a new squeaky toy, and she was very, very excited by that. So, Gem's a priority in my life. Another big healthy priority in my life is self-care, because if I'm not filling up my cup all the time, then I'm not going to be able to give to my animals, to my life, to my beloved, to all these things in a way that's going to support them. And there's lots of other healthy priorities that you can think about. One healthy priority for your pets is making sure that they have regular checkups. Another healthy priority for your pets is making sure they get the right kind of food, which is fresh, healthy, whole foods. They get the right kind of exercise that you teach them. A healthy priority if you get a new puppy or kitten is to teach them how to be a joyful part of the family, that they're not destructive, that they understand how to do what you ask them to do to be safe and to be a pleasure to live with. So healthy priorities is something that I encourage you to really have a good think about, because the more you work out what your healthy priorities in your life are, and they can be around health, finances, recreation, creative pursuits, all sorts of things. As soon as you work out what your healthy priorities are, then you will naturally start making them happen, which will make your pets and you a whole lot happier and healthier. We all have priorities that are critical in terms of food and safety and income and looking after those beings that we love in our lives. And these healthy priorities are like an ecosystem. There's a whole lot of different things that we have to make priorities in life. Then we have to balance them out. And sometimes these healthy priorities are going to have to change. If you have an older animal like Mitzi, who's over there on the couch, he's 15 now, and he has some urinary incontinence. He's an old man, and he has to wear a nappy at nights. And we've been wrestling with how to have a place for him that he's comfortable and safe to sleep in, because sometimes his urine overflows out of his nappy, and then it gets all over the couch and stuff, which is stinky and awful and not good. So we played around with a few things. He's been outside for a bit, and then last night I put him in the bathroom, which he was not happy about. And I moved the cat toilet out into the living room and the cat into the living room, and this seems to be where we've got to. So, healthy priorities are about trying things, seeing what works, and then adapting if things change, and, having a whole ecosystem of healthy priorities. But for me, my core healthy priority is self-care, because if I don't have self-care, I can't care for anyone else. Then my second kind of core healthy priority is looking after my beloved, my partner, my animals, and my friends and community. And then my business is another priority that's important. A healthy priority is to maintain and grow and keep my business alive. Otherwise, I don't have anything that I can do that's going to, you've got to nourish yourself, I suppose. And I think another thing to think about with healthy priorities is continually nourishing yourself. What does it take to nourish yourself? Now, you can also have unhealthy priorities. Some people have them as well. It's good to become aware of them, because a lot of those are running subconsciously. So if you want to work out and get better at healthy priorities for your pets and for yourselves, then, if you want to work with me, I'm not only the healing vet, I also work with humans with energy healing and intuitive mentoring and stuff like that. give me a message. Love to hear from you. Love to help you. Love to meet you and your pets. And I hope you have the most beautiful day. Thanks so much for being here. And please say hi in the chat. If you've got any questions, let them go in the chat. And I should be back pretty soon with another live video. You have a beautiful week. And please give your lovely pets a pat from me.